Like we always do at this time, I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I get to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
And now, everybody's favorite part of the show, it's the news.
Oh, yeah. Very demanding. That's like a real authority there.
It's time for the news. I love that.
Me too. What a graphic.
Lon, let's go right to it.
Let's get
What's
into
in the
it.
news?
Our first story, as of course you probably are aware, this week saw the release of Apple's new iPhone 3.0 software update, and today, this very day, marks the release of the company's latest smartphone, the 3GS. So we're now going to go live to the Apple Store.
What?
New feature. We are going to take the show live to the 3rd Street Promenade here in lovely, beautiful Santa Monica.
How much is this show costing? We have a satellite truck?
It was, you know, one $10 million upgrade.
No, wait a second.
Wow, look at
This
that.
is live.
We're live. This is happening right now.
So this is live from the Apple Store, outside the Apple Store on the Promenade.
3rd Street
We are
Promenade.
here live from the Apple Store.
Surprisingly, we can actually hear you. Okay, so you're at the Apple Store, and I'm sure there's a huge, gigantic line behind you for the iPhone, and the mob scene must be incredible. Can you guys move aside and let us see what's happening at the store?
So Jason, right now there's only about a 25-person line at the Apple Store. We've been here since 7 o'clock this morning, and earlier when the store opened, there was a good 150 people in the normal line and a good 100 in the pre-order line.
Now, these people are in line to get a phone that has a better processor.
That's correct. And you know what's interesting? When we were here earlier, we saw tons of people playing with their iPhone in line, and there were just as many people playing with their iPhone original. So it seems like a petty now.
All right. Well, you're breaking up a little bit. But actually, no, that is good. So you have somebody there with you. This person didn't know, obviously, that you can order the iPhone on the website and not wait in line for 2 hours. So ask him a question.
Right. So I'm here with Ratchet Shukla, who runs an iPhone dev shop called Two Toasters. He, in fact, was here this morning, waited in line. It was only 45 minutes. But what's interesting is, Ratchet, with the 3.0 software, how is this going to change development for you?
So first of all, I think with the ability to have in-app purchases, it introduces a new way for iPhone developers to monetize. We do a lot of contract work, so we've been getting clients coming to us saying, you know, how can they leverage this? So that's the first thing we're going to start to take advantage of in the software.
And from a hardware side, are you excited about the 3GS?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's got a lot more RAM, better processor, so, you know, you can run, you know, better, faster games. Your apps load a lot faster. So very, I mean, from a dev standpoint, the RAM is the big thing for us.
Yep. So, Jason, I was talking to Ratchet earlier, and one question he had for you was, as an iPhone developer, how do you try to get an app? There's thousands of apps in the iPhone store. How do you get your app to be seen?
Yeah, I have no idea how you get your app to be seen in the App Store. I think you have to do it outside the App Store because the App Store is just a listing of all the top things by download. So if I was doing it, I would get 100 people to order the iPhone application I have at one time on the same day and then offer them that you'd pay them back for it if they sent you the receipt. So I would go on Twitter and say, anybody who orders my iPhone application in the next 5 hours, I will send you a PayPal back for the total amount, and see if you could get that to go viral. And then if you get, I don't know how many people to do that, they're all going to be talking about it, and you tell them, like, oh, just tweet back that you bought it, and then I'll send you $5 if you download the application and send me a screenshot of it on your phone. You could actually offer them double the amount back, and then get yourself to go up in the list. But you know what? Everybody's going to do that tomorrow, so that idea is out the window.
Well, that appears like it's it for us from the Apple Store. The line's short right now, so if you're in San Francisco, buy and grab your iPhone. It's only wait. We'll be here for a little bit more, so if you want to swing by and say hi to the
Can you ask
Twist
him
crew.
one more question for me?
Sure.
Can you ask him what time his mom is going to pick him up from the Apple Store?
That's mean.
Ask him.
Jay-
Do it.
So Jason wants to know when your mom's gonna come pick you up from the Apple Store.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's so cruel, so cruel. But, he
I'm
does
just
have a
kidding.
really cool. He has a great shirt that you'd probably love.
Yes,
that says
absolutely.
Fund me on it, and then has like all the different entrepreneurial sayings like we're the next big thing. We only need the 1% of the market. I think it's the perfect shirt to sell on Twist, actually.
I think he's been such a good sport. Would you ask him if he'd like to come to the TechCrunch 50 conference?
So Jason wants to know, do you want to come to TechCrunch 50?
Yeah, definitely. I love TechCrunch.
Okay.
So Ratchet will be the rest of the callers.
Tell him it's only $14.95.
I gotta make a lot more money on the
No,
app.
tell him he's my guest. Tell him he's my guest. He's a
Jason,
good
that's
sport.
like free. Obviously, he's gonna go for the iPhone.
Tell him that he's my guest at the show. I appreciate him being.
You are Jason's guest at the show. So enjoy TechCrunch 50. Well, back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, I am shocked. That actually worked. Is that the first time anybody has taken a live caller on a remote on a live podcast?
It's amazing.
I
I've
don't
never
think
seen
that's
it.
ever been done.
I've not seen that before.
It's a podcasting first. This isn't really a podcast. It's a live video show. What do we call this?
Very high
Streaming.
production
This is
value.
it's a web series.
Oh, whatever. Who cares what it is? It's,
That's what it is.
It's like a television show. For all intents and purposes, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, you're screwed. Absolutely. You're second
Oh,
curse word,
geez.
243.
We're gonna get a little jar.
I'm telling
for
you guys, you're absolutely screwed. If this show does not convince you that we're doing the show for $300 and we just did a live remote, this show is
Amazing.
much more fascinating. I can guarantee you the show is more fascinating than anything that's ever been on the CNBC. In the history of CNBC, with the exception of Jim Cramer losing his marbles with the whole thing, this is probably the most compelling thing that would ever be on CNBC, yet we don't care to be on CNBC. Who cares?
You could smash a few things, maybe live. in
I could
another
break a
photo.
phone like
Yeah.
Jim Cramer? No, I mean, honestly, if we can do a live show for less than $500 with sponsors and 3 or 4 cameras and the professional lighting and it looks like $1 million and then do a live remote, what is going on in the world of media? It is absolutely transforming.
Yeah. Is this not going out on TV?
This is not on
What
TV.
am I doing here?
Exactly.